All of that is energy. Our emotions, our feelings, how we perceive things, how we think, what we think about, how what we say to other people, or even what we say about ourselves. All of that basically creates our reality that we have when, as far as the people that we meet later on in life, the people that you meet tomorrow, the strangers that we bump into. All of these things are created from us by what we're brewing up inside of us on a daily basis, and we don't even know it.
Welcome to LI on the Rise. This is all about people who are chasing their dreams. And today I'm with a hip hop artist. Please introduce yourself.
What's up, everybody? My name's Young Is, and I'm here with Li on the Rise. Let's go.
Welcome, man.
How's it going, man? Everything's good?
It's going good, man. Can't complain. Yourself?
That's good. Yeah, I can't complain either, healthy, breathing, so it's a blessing.
For the people tuned in right now that might be unfamiliar with you as an artist, what do they need to know to get them excited to like check out your music and.
Okay. I mean, it's not, I, it's not like crazy spectacular, but I don't want to go over the top with anything. But for the most part, I kind of like to like make music that has good subject. Music that's, a lot of people say my music is more like conscious in a sense, the stuff that has like real meaning behind it, or things that I'm talking about certain matters and stuff. And just taking what I do with my own life and challenges and obstacles, and trying to implement that into my music and what I'm talking about, so that way people can it can resonate with people on a relatable scale. I want my music to be timeless in a sense, not really caring about making hits or like club records and stuff. Even though if I really wanted to, I could do that, but that's not what we're here for.
As I'm listening to your music, I'm thinking like this guy's spitting facts. Like this guy is just spitting real shit. And I have a couple of your lyrics that I want to jump into. So
Okay.
you did a remix of Pushin' P.
Hmm.
And there's a line you say, fake blue checks just so they can be seen. 100,000 followers and still can't own a fee. They love the internet because they can pretend who they be.
Yeah, that was a crazy line when I thought of that one. Oh, you said fee, but it was V, like
Oh
talking
my,
about a vehicle,
my
vehicle,
bad.
because it. I know it's all right, it's all right. I was like, all right, you know what I mean. But the where I came up with that, it was just like, it's just I seen a show on HBO Max, I think it's called. It was called like Fake Famous or something like that. I don't really recall the exact title of the documentary, but definitely anybody want to check it out. It's on HBO Max. So that show basically talked about a lot about how celebrities and even like influencers on social media are really out here faking their whole lifestyle just for followers and gaining a clout and a following. But at the same time, a lot of these people don't even own a home, own a V. They don't even have a lot of money as we think that they do, and everything is just comes down to this whole persona that they're putting over social media, and they got everyone fooled. So it was pretty much what I was talking about.
Well, I appreciate those lyrics because like I said, you talk about real shit. And it's
Mm-hmm.
sad, man. It's sad that there's so many artists and probably way more than we know who are big and famous. And it's a fucking facade, man.
Yeah, it's,
You
it's it's crazy.
and like you can like with social media stuff, you can basically fake everything now. You know,
Nah,
you
that's true. That's true.
you really don't know who's popping.
That's why I was like more shocked in a sense, because they were talking about like people of like Kim Kardashian level, not talking about Kim Kardashian in particular, but people of her status that are celebrities that actually use a lot of these automated AI systems, stuff like that to boost your numbers and stuff. Because as long as they can do that, boost those numbers, those fake numbers, and then at the same time have some organic, real comments and stuff in between there, it just kind of like mixes together and it makes it look good. There's a lot of people that there's been what's those things called? There's actual like photo studios that look like private jets.
Oh
Stuff.
yeah.
There's things like this that I'm talking about that people do to boost their popularity on the gram. It makes everything seem like it's more than what it is.
Yeah. And you saying that, that's another good point that I wanted to just bring up on the podcast at some point in time. But
Hmm.
people got to realize, and I'm sure you realize this, you smart dude, but you're not just selling music, you're selling an image, you're selling a lifestyle, you're selling a personality. Like a lot of
Exactly.
local artists don't understand this, and that's where the fake facade comes in. You're not just selling music, you're selling a
Hmm.
package,
Yep.
you know?
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
that's why people do that whack shit of, yo, I'm on the private jet, but it's like when you pan out, you had a
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
studio the looking, you know.
It's
So
crazy. It's
yeah.
crazy.
You have another song, your newest song, Protect My Energy. Protect your energy from what exactly? What is that song about?
Okay, so Protect My Energy is a song that I'm basically talking about our like our aura, our energy that we give off, right? So I want to say like 2 years ago, no, not 2 years ago, like around 2019, I went through a little shit where I got like a little minor like DWI type of thing, nothing crazy. It wasn't nothing serious, but at the same time, around that time, me going through that and going through like certain things, life changing and stuff, like to really, because I was always like out partying, hanging out, and that comes with always going out to shows, trying to perform, and just wanting to do things and like always be at these events and doing things like that, until the point where it's like living fast can catch up with you. It's like you're living too fast. You know what I'm saying? So going through that, then um transferring after what's not yeah, like going a little after that, right? And then going through that whole period was kind of like I was just like had to like revamp myself kind of in a sense through that whole time, going through all of that stuff. I had to revamp myself and just really find a different way and a different outlook on how I was going about this whole music thing, how I was going about my life, how I was going about my everything that I was doing. I had to like really take a step back and analyze myself in a sense. And it's like, what am I really doing right now? Like I'm out here just living fast and just going crazy, But it's like I had to slow down and just, be real myself with that. That was kind of like a time where also me not being in a kind of a depressed state. So all of that has to do with my energy, So I had to realize it was like certain friends I had to probably cut off, certain things I had to cut off, certain habits I had to cut off, all the things that tied to our energy. So protecting my energy came along a little bit later on after that, after I felt like I rejuvenated myself and I'm becoming a different person. And it's like trying to like just be on my higher level of consciousness and my higher level of being, my morals, my goals, everything else. That was
Wow.
kind of a long guess what you want to say? How you want to
Bro,
put that?
bro, that answer was way better than I thought in my mind. That was super deep. But it's
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
It's true.
Nah,
It's
yeah.
like the things that you're doing with yourself, the circle that you have, all that stuff is really important. And that
Hmm.
it's make or break, you know what I mean? So
Yeah, because after I guess getting a little bit older, it's like I'm realizing like all of those things play a part in how we achieve the goals that we in the dreams that we have for ourselves. It's like we might not think that, especially like in your younger age, like in your 20s, 18s and stuff. You're not really looking at life like that. You're not really looking at like, oh, my circle of my friends is affecting me from getting to these certain things I gotta get to. You know what I'm saying?
mhm.
Like I seen what's his name? Was it NLE Chopper? I think it was NLE Chopper. Like he said something that was pretty dope. Like he was like, because God will hold back your blessings and you being able to achieve certain things, especially if you have the wrong people around you, or if there's something about yourself that you need to change and you're still not changing it. Like that's why you could put in all the work you want and you'd be like, yo, why is it still not happening? Because there's something you need to change about yourself or change about the people around you that's holding back the blessing or holding back the thing from getting where you're trying to get to.
Not only are you an artist, but I would say you're someone who like gives a lot of motivation, like creeping on your social medias. Like you
Mm-hmm.
also sprinkle that in. Like sometimes the video won't even be about your music. It'll be about motivation and improving yourself and having a better life and working hard and
Mm-hmm.
stuff. Like where does that come from? Why do you incorporate that with like your whole brand?
I feel like I incorporate that because I'm on that journey myself. So it's like with anything that I do, I can't preach. I gotta practice what I preach, you know? I gotta always go put one foot forward going in this with with the mindset of this is what I represent and this is who I am. Because if I can't do that, then the rest of it is nothing. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of artists, like we just spoke about before, you know, have a persona or a character that they play, and they playing this character, but that's not what's underneath it. So it's saying I'd rather just be real and let's peel it back and let's just be straightforward and real from the jump and just show everyone like the real side as well. So I can have that authenticity that's different and sets me aside from other people, as well as, you know, there's a lot of mental health issues. There's a lot of dealing with emotions and dealing with certain things that everybody goes through on a daily basis of us just being human. So I feel like that and me doing that, I'm kind of like giving back in a sense by me posting and talking about those things. It's a way to help somebody else because somebody else might be out there having a crazy bad day where to them they might have wanted to end their life or they wanted to do something horrible. But coming across me talking about something like that could have changed that one scenario, that one situation. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with the music. Why I add a lot of elements of talking about certain things and I say a couple lines about, you know, like being motivated or going out there and grinding for yours or striving for whatever it is you're trying to strive for, you know, be independent in the music business. All these different things I talk about with my music that I feel like sets me apart where it's not really anything crazy different that no one else has done because people like J. Cole do it, you know, they talk about it and other artists out there that are independent, but that's kind of like where I'm trying to go with it.
Well, it's sweet that you incorporate that because like it definitely makes learning about you as an artist more interesting. Like aside from the
Mm-hmm.
music, just seeing that like you do have a passion for helping people, and I think it's a great thing, man. And I think everyone should be on that wave.
Thank you, man.
You
Appreciate
know.
that.
So I want to jump into some of the things that you shared on your social media. You posted an Instagram story, and it said your outside world is a reflection of you.
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean? Like, do you want to dive a little more in that?
Yeah, that came from me just recently, like doing more inside work on myself. It's called shadow work for those that don't know. It's like where you know, like kind of like in a meditation state, or just when you know in a quiet, alone place, you just sit down and you really think about and reflect on who you are as a person on the inside. You know, stuff that we don't show the rest of the world. Sometimes it can be anything. You know, it could be our past. It could be things that we're dealing with or trauma or anything that it is. That's all shadow work. That's dealing with everything on the inside, and that is kind of like I was reading something because I don't know if people are big on like angel numbers or you know those type of things or you know seeing triple digits, things like that. These are all signs and ways that the universe kind of speaks to us, and it's like you could see these numbers, you could see these signs and certain things. Sometimes maybe when you were younger, you know, you probably seen these things, but you was oblivious to it because you're not paying attention because the soul has not been enlightened to a point where it can pay attention to these things. It's not aware and woke to a point where in the real world where we're looking with our real eyes that we're paying attention to certain things and we're getting an instinct feeling about what that really means and what that's representing to us and what it's trying to tell us. So seeing, I think it was 555 or one of those numbers that I see a lot recently, and I went and did more research on it because just seeing it, though, a lot of times people see these numbers and be like, "Oh my God, that means I'm on the right track," or "Oh my God, something's good is gonna happen for me." You know what I'm saying? But these numbers have a bigger, deeper meaning when you really dive into doing more research behind them and seeing more meanings. So doing my research on that one, seeing it a lot, I realized it was like something about like talking about like how your outside world is a reflection of you because everything that we deal with is all energy. See, the universe gives us stuff based off of taking energy from the earth and from us as human beings and stuff. I don't know. I'm digging deep into the whole spiritual thing right now, but it's different, bro. It's different. But yeah, so it's like all of that is energy. Our emotions, our feelings, how we perceive things, how we think, what we think about, how what we say to other people, or even what we say about ourselves. All of that basically creates our reality that we have when as far as the people that we meet later on in life, the people that you meet tomorrow, the strangers that we bump into, all of these things are created from us by what we're brewing up inside of us on a daily basis, and we don't even know it. So the interactions, the experiences, the challenges, all of that, the blessings, all of that stuff is created by us because we are the co-creator of the creator. So it's like it's crazy. That's why we have to be more careful, more aware of how we deal with these things, our emotions, how we deal with our anger, and how we deal with certain people and outside things and all this different stuff because it's really shaping how our life is going to play out.
If you get better, your life gets better, and
Mm-hmm.
everything really is all in your head.
Yes.
No,
Yep.
no bullshit. It really is. If
It
you think
really.
your job sucks, your job sucks. If you
Mm-hmm.
if you can have a good time at your job's like everything is
Yep.
right here. It is
Yep.
insane. Everyone's looking for an outside thing to change. Let me get more money. Let me get that nice car. Let me get that girl. And it's like,
why do you think so many celebrities like Robin Williams, rest in peace, people like that go through these certain situations where they end up, committing suicide or they're like mentally ill, even though they have tons and tons of success, because
yeah,
the money and the success does not change the inside. The inside has to be changed by you, and you have to change that. There's no changing. There's nothing on this earth that's gonna change the inside of us. Like that's it.
bro, that was inspiring as fuck. Holy shit. I got all these stars. Two of them committed
Yeah,
suicide. Kurt killed himself. And I don't know if
Kurt
you
Cobain.
Kurt Cobain and you listen
Yeah,
have
yeah,
you listened to Linkin Park?
yes, yes.
So the singer of Linkin Park, these both of these guys killed themselves.
From mental,
Whatever.
yeah, from mental health issues.
Yeah, she drank herself to death, Amy Winehouse basically.
Yep,
This Lil Peep took 6 Xanax and died.
yep. See, that's what
It's
I'm saying. Like,
insane.
and
Inside,
these,
man, that they were bad inside. They were hurt
yeah,
inside. It's an inside issue.
yep, yeah. It's sad though. It's sad because a lot of people don't have the people to talk to sometimes, the people to kind of like understand them or hear them out on certain situations. They might not have someone to go to and talk to that they feel that they can go to and talk to. So it's a lot, man. So that's why like I said, going back to it, I do that. I post those type of things from here from time to time, and I got inspired to post those things from seeing other motivational speakers and type of people like that that's on social media. And I like those type of posts and those type of things. Those are the type of things I like to keep in my feed, as well as, like music and other stuff that I'm interested in. I really like keeping those type of things because a lot of times, a lot of us pick up our phones, we're on our phones, we're going through, we're scrolling. I rather scroll. If I'm gonna scroll through something, I'd rather be scrolling through some stuff that's inspiring me and motivating me, seeing stuff like that, so that can keep me uplifted and keep my spirit uplifted, so I can perform the best I can perform. You know what I'm saying? At what I'm trying to do.
Exactly. Because and
Mm-hmm.
that's another good point. Because what you're paying attention to is
Yeah,
just as important too. You know what I mean? Like, bro,
exactly.
TikTok is dope, man. Like, I could scroll through TikTok and there's a lot of funny shit. I'm literally laughing out loud. Like, that's really
Yeah,
hard.
yeah,
It's really hard for me to do, but it's fucking garbage. It's like I
it
don't
is.
need to be looking at that. I don't need to put that in my head. Like, there's nothing of substance. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? So it's
exactly,
like, and
exactly.
and I feel now we're getting really deep, but I feel bad for the young man because like, where like I know I look 17. I'm actually 27, so like we're closer in
Mm-hmm.
age than you think. And
Yeah,
we lived in a time where we were just having fun with, people knocking on your door, is so and so home? Can we hang out? We didn't have cell phones. And now
yeah,
someone fucking 16 is on TikTok just rotting their mind with this fucking meaning. Depending on what they're looking at, but mostly
yeah.
being a young kid, you don't want to look at someone telling you to get your life together, especially 16.
Exactly,
No,
exactly. You're
but
not. You're not. You're not.
but I just feel I low key do feel bad for the youth sometimes.
Nah,
I do.
yeah, that's why the Gen Zers, I feel like their generation, their generation is smart as far as like a lot of them are business minded, like the ones that are like 17, 16, going up, like a lot of them do well as far as entrepreneurship. I'll give them that. Because a lot of Gen Zers look at is like I think Jake Paul and them, they're considered like Gen Z, right? I don't think they're millennials. Like people like that, they like they're great at entrepreneurship type of stuff. So, and I had read something like that before too, that it was like Gen Z was gonna be like one of the richest generations out of the generations. So it's like that's cool. But Gen Z also deals their generation deals with the most mental health issues. A lot of them, like, dealing with certain emotions and certain things. It's like that's why you see a lot of them, like we talking about, like TikTok. A lot of these people have like mental health problems and issues because of that stuff is toxic. Like it's they're on this thing where they feel like, oh, I gotta get my likes, oh, I gotta get likes, oh, I gotta do this, oh, I gotta do that. Like, especially like if they're on there at a young age, like 10, 11, 12, and if they haven't been taught the proper way about how to deal with social media or how to handle using social media, and they're just on there and they see one person is getting a certain amount of attention and then they're doing things that could kind of like mess up their mentality of how they handle certain things.
You posted on your Instagram, the only religion is life because everyone wants to live.
Yeah.
What made you post that?
Um. That's just me speaking my thoughts on certain matters and certain things that if it resonate with other people, or maybe they hear what I'm saying and it sparks something, then that's cool. But that's something I learned from digging into more like with like different religions and stuff, and just really looking into like the whole history, like trying to figure out like does where does religion, or what was the first religion, like what was the first thing, like, because we always hear about this religion or that religion or this culture and that culture, but it's like all of this had to narrow down to something that was just the first thing. And I feel like there's not enough talk on what was just the first thing, like where does it go to, you know? So it's like, yeah. And then I also feel like life is something that we worship, right? Because everybody, everybody guards life with their life in a sense, you know what I'm saying? So life is religion because every day you wake up, you're thankful for it. So you're kind of like you're worshiping it. You're worshiping life as a whole. So it's like you're worshiping life. So life is the greatest religion because it's what everyone's trying to do. Everyone wants to live. So if we take that and understand that, I feel like that could like basically get rid of all of the other issues that come into play that keep all different people of different backgrounds and cultures and different religions that keep us separated and divided. If we just all just respect life and respect each other's lives, then we would basically come together in a more congregated way. But you know, everything these other things are these subgroups are keeping us separated.
Bro, that was so powerful. Like that
Yo,
explanation, it's true, man. Like we
mhm,
need more things out there that unify us instead of separate us. Religion being an example, but like that's dope, man. The only religion is life. We all want to live
mhm.
and have a good life. I
Yeah,
love it. I love it.
dope.
Another thing I noticed, let's dive a little bit back to the music again. So another thing I noticed,
Mhm,
you have a lot of music videos with box visuals.
mhm.
What is it like working with him?
Box is dope, man. Good friend. Um, I think what was the first video I ever done with him? I think it goes back to a video I shot actually, but I didn't have time to edit it, and that's when me and him first started working together. He just edited the video for me, did a dope job, and then he was a little. And then I remember him telling me like, "Yeah, man, it would be better if you get the video shot by me, and then we do everything together, and then at one shot, it'll just be dope. I can show you like my skills on another level." And we did that eventually, and I always loved his work. He's definitely a cool dude, and shouts to my guy.
Do you think he's the hottest videographer on LI?
Hottest videographer, Li. He's My guy is definitely up there. I'm not gonna lie. Like my guy is up there. Like camera skills, camera quality. Like I don't think quality wise, there's no quality like touching that right now. Definitely.
So outside of music, what do you like doing?
Um, Boxing, something I like to do. Like as far as like working out type of stuff. Um, what else? Reading. I read a lot of like different type of books and stuff. I have read this one book. What's it called? The Art of Not Giving a Fuck. That's the name of the book. So it's actually a dope book because it talks about a lot of things of taking a lot of things too serious in life or people or whoever you're dealing with, and just knowing that being selfish sometimes isn't really a bad thing. Like the term selfish, I feel like has been misconstrued over time. Like selfish isn't really bad because when you aren't selfish and you're giving yourself and your time to every single body around you, you're actually hurting yourself and you're actually hurting your progression. Because I seen something, a saying the other day too about like who shouts to Dre now because I think he posted it. He posted something about like there was a saying, a quote that said, what the quote say? No good deed goes unpunished. And it broke down what the quote really means. It means basically like when you go out your way to help everybody, you cannot expect to not have some type of negative backlash towards you. Even though you think going out your way helping others is beneficial and that you should get good karma from it, but in reality, you actually get the opposite from going out your way for others, especially if they didn't ask for the help or they asked for you to do something. Because it's kind of like you're just doing stuff just to do it in a sense where it's like, you just, oh, let me try to do as many good deeds as I can. But it's like, that's not, I guess it means that it's not genuine. That's probably why you're getting a negative chromatic experience from doing stuff like that. I guess that's what the term means. No good deed goes unpunished. But I thought that was kind of cool and interesting in a sense, though.
What else did you learn from that book?
Oh, just that's pretty much what it pretty much is. Just stuff like that. It's also like different scenarios and stories about the author, like his experiences in life and certain scenarios that he's been through, which kind of make the book even more interesting because you get to hear his side of the story about certain scenarios and life situations that you could probably read that resonate with you, and you could be, all right, this is kind of relatable. I've kind of been through something similar like that, so it kind of helps you to deal with certain things, you know. So it's a good book though. Also, as far as the art not giving a fuck is because I feel like as humans, it's just natural for us to give a fuck. We give a fuck about everything too much. Like we just talking about social media. We give a fuck about that. We give a fuck about how people perceive us. We give a fuck about how they're gonna look at us and basically view us in a sense. Like, oh my God, I don't like this person because of that or because of that. And it's like we give a fuck because we care. If we stop giving a fuck about everything, you would see how much better your life would be when you stop giving a fuck about every fucking little thing. Like, just do you, get up and breathe and just go about your day and seize the day for what you trying to do. Stop giving a fuck about all the outside noise.
Before we wrap it up, just let everybody know where they can follow you and listen to the music.
Everybody can follow me here on Instagram at Young Is, spelled just like that, just with little dots in between. You guys can also check out and follow my brand page, which is also my music label called Straight Biz. And we also have a branch. I have a branch brand off of that, which is Legacy Camera. For those that don't know, that I do like photography and video stuff. So that's pretty much keeping everything in-house for the music label and like for the future when I start looking for artists, because I'm also looking for artists in Long Island that are down for getting into like a new music label, or maybe they need guidance, because I kind of want to start branching out into that in a sense, which is like artist development, helping other artists, because I feel I have the tools and the resources that can help other artists, like as far as a studio, recording, things that, like an upcoming artist, it would be a struggle for. So that's another thing I kind of want to do and get into a little bit more going forward. But yeah, definitely follow me on that stuff. Definitely YouTube, Young Is, and all of my music is on Apple Music, Spotify, SoundCloud. You can find me on there.
That's good shit, man. Yo, you making moves, bro. You making moves out here. You got a lot going
Yeah,
for you, man.
Yo, just step by step, bro. That's all it is. And, I got a lot more to do. I'm nowhere near where I'm trying to be yet.
So for the whole finding artist things, are you reaching out to people, or you want people to reach out to you?
I'm reaching out to a couple people. I'm open for people reaching out to me as well. But yeah, definitely. Even if people want to spread the word and let people know about it, but that's something I definitely want to get into. So, because I definitely feel there's a lot of talent out here that, with the right guidance, that I know from my experience of when I started doing music in the beginning, and now I can take what I know and I can help someone else, you know, get to that next level.
That's sweet, man. Yo, check out my page, bro. I got like 77 people that like
Right? Yeah, I gotta go through
I'm telling you, man. Like, if you're ever like, yo, like, because that's what I want to do. I want to like build a collection of like dope people,
them.
people with talent, people making moves out here. So it's like,
Yeah, yeah,
if one day you're like a little stumped on like trying to find people, like, yo, just skim through some of the
yeah.
people. And what's cool is obviously I give everybody an interview, so you get to know them personally. So it's
That's
not
true. That's
like,
true.
it's not someone DMing you, yo, let's work. But this guy's a
Yeah,
lazy,
yeah,
lazy
yeah.
motherfucker going home playing video games. You
Yeah,
know what
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean?
That's true.
So,
That's true.
you know what I'm saying?
Now,
So
I definitely gotta check that out. I gotta check that out for sure.
yeah, man, I appreciate that. And I appreciate you for doing this again.
No, thank you, man. Thanks for having me.